Coming up on the DMC Upside, Gregory Portland High School students are prepared for career training through the Del Mar College Dual Credit Welding Program. We'll explain.
Del Mar College has opened a Veteran Center on the East Campus for individuals who have served our country. We'll take you there.
Del Mar College held registration for fall classes the week of August 19th, 2014. We'll tell you all about it.
The Natural Sciences Department held the 9th annual poster presentation. A professor of kinesiology wins the Dr. Eileen Creighton Award. Movie reviews are back, along with our regular segments, Board Watch, and Around Campus.
Welcome to the DMC Upside. This is our September edition. I'm Carlos Garanzuay.
And I'm Kira Hayes. We've got the latest news and information about Del Mar College.
On August 28, 2014, Gregory Portland ISD unveiled a new welding lab built by Del Mar College faculty. The lab is certified by the National Center for Construction Education and Research and the Occupational Safety and Health Administration.
As the coastal bend's economy is on the rise, so too is demand for professional welders who can build and maintain the infrastructure that will support it. With that in mind, Del Mar College has teamed up with Gregory Portland High School to create a dual credit welding program in Gregory Portland's campus.
There's a shortage of welders in the area, and with hopefully these students graduating, they will be able to go into the workforce and be able just to get a job right out of school.
Del Mar College welding faculty designed and built the lab with $200,000 in funding from Gregory Portland High School. The school converted an old on-campus agriculture shop to a state-of-the-art 16-booth welding lab, which will prepare students for jobs that are in high demand.
This didn't exist just a few short months ago. Okay, we had to create something. This economy cannot wait for us. We cannot wait for the economy. It cannot wait for us. We have to just jump out there and do things.
For the 30 students already enrolled in the program, this opportunity represents a tangible dream they can reach out and touch.
It's pretty good because I've already got a job lined up over the summer, and whenever I started out, I was working this last summer for them, but I was a welder helper. So being an actual welder would help out my pay grade over there.
For information on Del Mar College welding classes, call 361-698-1725. We're taking a break. We'll be right back.
Catch the Viking spirit. Nationally recognized and locally focused, Del Mar College has been delivering dreams for over 75 years. If Del Mar College has touched your life, join the Vikings Alumni Association and help others achieve their dreams. Stay connected. Support scholarships. Explore the Viking Career Network. Join online today at delmar.edu/alumni for as little as $10 and get a free t-shirt. Show your Viking pride.
I spent the day in the shade of a tree, thinking how we best spend this precious time that we've been given. I came to thinking that the best use of my time would be with you.
Just imagine the places we can go together. Del Mar College. Dreams delivered.
Oh, 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 oh.
Welcome back. Del Mar College opened a Veteran Center on the East Campus. This center offers service to people who have served our great country with pride and distinction.
On August 25, 2014, the Del Mar College Veteran Services opened the doors to an additional Veteran Center on the second floor of the Harvin Student Center on Del Mar College's East Campus in room 207.
We have several different facilities available to the veteran students for their use. We have Veteran Services offices on each of the campuses. We're standing in front of the one here on the Harvin Center. We also have a Veteran Services office on the West Campus in the Coleman Building. And at the Services office, the veterans are going to get their paperwork done and get the counseling and information that they need for how they're going to use their benefits.
The East Campus's new center joins the West Campus's Veteran Center, which opened back in June 14th of 2012 and is located in the Coleman Center on Del Mar College's West Campus.
And it's important that we have a Veteran Center on our East Campus because the students that are going to the, taking their classes here on the East Campus can't get to the West Campus to utilize those resources. Some of the things that we provide are computers with internet access, full printing capabilities. They can scan, they can fax, they can, pretty much automate anything that they need and have those computers there available. We have a lounge area where they can relax, watch TV in between classes. There's a little kitchen area where they can use a microwave, stow their food in the refrigerator, things like that, just so that they have a place that they can go in between classes.
What we do ask is that we pass out lanyards that they have, so that way they have to show that lanyard in order for our students that do man the center know that they're eligible to be in there, that they're veteran students using their benefits here.
It's important because the veterans, a lot of times, they're older, for one thing, and then they have limited time, so they're kind of tasked real quick to what they have to do, so they don't have to wait for a computer, they don't have to worry about waiting for how many printing papers they can do, things of that nature, and this is exclusively for them, so they don't have to worry about having to fight the rest of Del Mar campus for it.
Del Mar College and the Del Mar College Veteran Services continue to be military friendly.
Well, our staff is here around the clock to provide services to our veteran students. We're here to advocate for the veterans as well as for the faculty and staff. So we are a resource that's available to everyone here at Del Mar College.
For more information on veteran services at Del Mar College, go online to www.delmar.edu/veteran or call 361-698-1250.
The Del Mar College Department of Natural Sciences held the 9th annual poster presentation. Several science students shared their research and summer internship experiences.
On August 28, 2014, Del Mar College students shared their research and their summer internship experiences as part of the 9th annual Natural Sciences Student Poster Session. Students spent 10 weeks of their summer interning at various colleges, universities, hospitals, and laboratories throughout the United States and Europe, conducting research generally related to the biological sciences. Del Mar College's Natural Sciences Department offers its students a unique opportunity to partake in such research internships, something that's not usually available to undergraduates until later in their college career.
It's pretty rare that an undergraduate, particularly at a community college, can get involved in research. If you go to a university, it's probably not until your junior or senior year, or even graduate school, before you actually go into a laboratory setting and conduct research. This is very unique. You won't find a lot of community college students doing contemporary research at a community college. Most of it's done in universities.
What Dr. Halcomb and Dr. Hatherell and Dr. Zhang have put together here is truly a world-class opportunity with world-class relevant results that come from students who are just beginning their education.
The program also offers students more than just an opportunity to share their experiences or earn a college credit.
This program, it teaches you the basic techniques that you need to go into the medical, the agriculture, all sorts of these fields, and it teaches you the techniques that you need to basically further yourself as a scientist.
One big advantage is that when they go into the university, they're going to be very confident about their abilities to conduct research, also to do better in classrooms. Also, what we've discovered is that nearly every student who goes through this, within 2 years' time, they're in graduate school or they have found gainful employment in the chemical or biological sciences.
The summer's internships were funded by the USDA and the National Science Foundation.
To learn more about the Del Mar College Natural Sciences program, call 361-698-1240 or go online to www.delmar.edu/NSCI.
The week of August 19th, 2014, Del Mar College held on-campus registration for the fall semester. The current enrollment at the college is nearly 10,600 students.
Tuesday marked the first day of registration for classes at Del Mar College, and students were lined up around the room at Retama Plaza, one of many registration sites on Del Mar's campuses. To register quickly, there are several ducks prospective students should have in a row.
We will request either a copy of their high school transcript. If they have earned their GED, then that's what we'll request. If they're coming from another college, then we will request the transcripts. If they are under 21 years of age, they will. It's mandatory that they do need to have their shot record showing that they have had the meningitis vaccination. Yes, any student wanting to start any and every college has got to do a placement test of some kind to get into a college. SAT, ACT, when they were in high school. If that is not working, then we have what you call the TSI. We get them to do the pre-assessment test first, and then the actual test, bring it over as well. And then we do encourage all students, to please apply for any kind of funding that's out there. Make sure that their funding will get their classes get paid for. Last but not least is that they'll meet with an advisor at the department of their major. It's my job to make sure that they're advised for the right department, following the right degree plan, and so forth and so forth.
Students with questions can have them answered on site.
What's the most common question you get?
Where do I register? And so that question has many, many answers. You can register here in the Rotama Center, in the Rotama room, or you can register in any one of the 17 departments here on campus.
If Tuesday's line seemed long, Becerra cautioned Saturdays will be longer. Prospective students are encouraged to register as soon as possible.
Today we'll see well over 1,000 students that are coming through our door that need all sorts of advising or financial aid assistance or registrar, but our heaviest day is probably going to be Saturday.
And how many days are y'all doing this?
We'll do this Tuesday and Wednesday and Saturday, 3 days.
To find out how you can get enrolled for classes at Del Mar College, call 361-698-1290 or go online to www.delmar.edu. Movie reviews are up next. Don't go away.
Social media is bringing us closer together every day. The CCRTA invites you to stay in touch through any and all of our many pages. Follow us on Facebook for up-to-date news about the city and other issues in public transit. Stay up to date on rider alerts through Twitter. Find route information, maps, and more on our website at ccrta.org. View videos or take our downtown virtual tour on our YouTube page. Or email us with any questions or concerns. Be connected to the Corpus Christi Regional Transportation Authority.
During emergencies, Del Mar College provides important information to students, employees, and the public using different communication methods, including the college's website, social media pages, and the local news media. As a Del Mar College student or employee, you can get first-hand notices by signing up for the DMC Alert notification system. Go to www.delmar.edu/DMC Alert. Information about the college's current emergency situation is also available by going to www.delmar.edu, calling the college's public information line at 698-1600, going to Del Mar College's Facebook or Twitter pages, checking the Caller Times website at www.caller.com, listening to broadcasts by local radio and television stations, or checking local stations' web postings. These messages include actions students and employees should take, as well as inform the public of current decisions made by college officials. Messages will be updated as determined by changes affecting the current situation.
Welcome to the DMC Upside's Movie Reviews. I'm Robert Bettis Jr. and our guest reviewer today is Kira Hayes.
Our first film is Let's Be Cops. Struggling with where their lives are headed, two friends take things to the extreme when they get their hands on two police officer uniforms. Little do they know what's in store for them. In this violent comedy, the heroes accidentally get tangled in a real-life web of mobsters and dirty detectives. Will they make it out alive? Let's Be Cops stars Jake Johnson and Damon Wayans Jr., is directed by Luke Greenfield, and is rated R. So I thought this movie was hilarious. It definitely had its ups and downs, but overall it was definitely a good experience at the theater.
I thought, the chemistry between Jake Johnson and Damon Wayans Jr. played out, very well. They had that same magic that they do in New Girl, carried over very well. It's a lot of fun. Very interesting to see how they play out the situation, being in these officer positions or whatever. But I gave it a B for buddy film.
Yeah, I definitely give it a B also. It was pretty absurd, but still a fun movie to watch.
In The Guardians of the Galaxy, brash adventurer Peter Quill, played by Chris Pratt, finds himself the object of an unrelenting bounty hunt after stealing a mysterious orb. Quill is forced into an uneasy truce with a quartet of misfits, but when he discovers the true power of the orb, he must rally his ragtag rivals for a last desperate stand, with the galaxy's fate in the balance. The Guardians of the Galaxy is directed by James Gunn and is rated PG-13. This movie is probably the best Marvel film to date. It was a lot of fun. I did not know what to expect with these guys, but you know, I saw the trailers and then a raccoon and a tree and all this, but it was a pleasant experience. The soundtrack is what really made it also. I gave this film an A+.
I totally agree with you. I was definitely going into it not knowing what to expect. I love Chris Pratt, wonderful actor. So I loved his goofiness. He kept his goofiness throughout the role, even though there were serious times and then the ridiculous times. But also the makeup and the costumes and the sets and everything. I mean, I know a lot of it is CGI, but still, it was awesome. When a team of explorers ventures into the uncharted parts of the catacombs that lie beneath the streets of Paris, they uncover the dark secret that lies within the city of the dead. A journey into madness and terror, the movie As Above, So Below reaches deep into the human psyche to reveal the personal demons that come back to haunt us all. As Above, So Below stars Perdita Weeks and Ben Fieldman, is directed by John Eric Dowdle, and is rated R. Well, this movie, I thought it was definitely creepy, kind of scary, but I thought the acting was great. The only thing that kind of threw me off was the first-person camera. That kind of gave me a little headache at some points, but other than that, it seemed real. It definitely seemed real.
This was your kind of found footage, your one first camera perspective type of situation, and it seems to be what we've been seeing in the horror film genre of late. This director has been known to do these type of films, so it's in his wheelhouse. It starts off very strong, but then it starts to kind of lose ground, just like being in the catacombs itself. It's a fun ride, but there's much to be desired, I felt. I gave this film a C.
I'd give it a C also.
Cantinflas is the untold story of Mexico's greatest, most beloved comedy film star of all time, Mario Moreno, played by Oscar Henada. From his humble origins, from the small stage to the bright lights of Hollywood, Cantinflas becomes famous all around the world, one joke at a time. Cantinflas is directed by Sebastián Del Amo and is rated PG. This film, Oscar's performance as Cantinflas is something very special in this film. I mean, it's the driving force of this project. And if it wasn't for him, I really don't know where this film would be. There is a loss in translation, I felt, but you just get swept away in the little skits and the performances of the actor. It's very nostalgic. I gave it an A.
I'd definitely give it an A also. Coming from someone who didn't know who Cantinflas was going to see the movie, I definitely learned everything I could about him, and it's kind of humbling to see a person, obviously start from the bottom and then go to the top and have some hills that he had to, mountains really, they had to go over and stuff. But I thought it was great. Great performance by all the actors in the movie. It was wonderful.
That concludes movie reviews, but there's more of the DMC Upside coming up. Don't go away.
I spent the day in the shade of a tree, thinking how we best to spend this precious time that we've been given. I came to thinking that the best use of my time would be with you.
Just imagine the places we can go together. Del Mar College. Dreams delivered.
Survival in a chemical emergency depends on getting accurate information. For the latest updates on a chemical emergency, call 826-4636. Add this number to your emergency contact list, 826-4636. And don't call 911. Instead, for information, call the information line, 826-4636. Getting information is an important part of your personal safety plan. Be prepared. Get your personal safety plan information at cclepc.org.
Thanks for staying with us. This month we went around campus and asked students, what invention, either real or fictional, would you use to make the semester easier for you? Here are their responses.
Well, if I could have an invention, real or fiction, that would help me with the semester, I would love to have like a chip in my brain that would help me get through the semester with the internet connected to my head.
If I could have any invention that would make this semester easier, I would probably pick an ear chip that gives you all the answers for stuff.
If there was one invention, real or unreal, that I can have throughout the school year that would help me, it would be a time machine. So that way when I know I blow the test, I can always go back and take it again.
Tell the question that you have to the computer and let the computer give you the answer.
If I could have one invention that would help me to get through the semester faster, it would probably be a robot that would help me with writer's block, because I seem to get it all the time.
Definitely a time machine, because then you could study forever.
The one invention I would have is something that would have all the correct answers whenever you needed them.
If I could have any one invention to help me get to the school year easier, I would have a teleportation machine to help me get from class to class easier.
I think the best device that would be made would probably be something that can help peer review your papers so that you don't really need to go to anybody else for help. You can just do it at home without anybody being there. It's just you by yourself.
If I could have one invention, it would definitely be a time machine. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. It's a time machine.
Some type of memory invention to help me with my anatomy and physiology class.
If I could have one invention that would be useful for me, I would like teleportation. That way I won't have to walk across the campus when it's really, really hot.
If I can have any invention to make school semester easier, it would have to be a computer that gives you the answer.
I think the invention that I would like to have is a hover car, so it would be easier to get to school on time.
The Del Mar College Board of Regents have regular meetings on the second Tuesday of each month. These 9 elected officials create the policies and procedures for the college.
The regular meeting of the Del Mar College Board of Regents convened on September 9, 2014. During student and staff recognitions, the recipient of the Circle of Pride Award was announced.
The college's non-exempt council recognizes individuals who go above and beyond in their job duties with the Circle of Pride Award. Mary Marino, who we mostly call Dolores, works for the Student Outreach and Enrollment Services and was caught in the act as an administrative assistant in the East Campus Student Enrollment Center. Dolores had a family medical issue today that kept her from being with us, and she did send her apologies, but we're going to ask that Gilbert Becerra, Dean of Outreach and Enrollment Services, accept this Circle of Pride Award on her behalf.
You know, I don't know if any of y'all have ever met Dolores, but she's the most selfless person that you've ever met in the world, and those kinds of things that Claudia talked about, those are things she does on a daily basis. You know, she's the first point of contact in our division, and so, you know, she can either make or break the enrollment for a lot of different students, and luckily she has that personality and that very caring heart that really makes enrollment for Del Mar College. So thank you again for her. Thanks, Gilbert.
A special announcement was made with regards to the district awards for the National Council for Marketing and Public Relations.
One of NCMPR's most prestigious district awards is the Pace Setter Award. Dr. Mark Escamilla, you've been selected as the NCMPR Pace Setter of the Year Award for 2014.
I hate when you do that. Always do that.
Just don't hate it enough to fire me, okay?
Oh,
NCMPR's Pace Setter Award recognizes a community college president in our 7-state district who has demonstrated special leadership and support in positioning the institution through building a positive college image and supporting the marketing and public relations efforts. And on top of all that, district recipients are automatically the 7 nominees for the National Pace Setter Award, and we'll know what those results are going to be in March. So thank you very much, boss.
Under special recognitions, an endowment to support library services at the White Library was made possible by a remainder estate gift.
So I'm proud to announce that we have a $1.5 million endowment to support library services for the White Library, made possible by a remainder estate gift from Dwayne Sandlin. Mr. Sandlin worked here for 20 years in our counseling department. Dwayne's stepdaughter, which is Petra's, Sandlin's daughter, is Cheryl Puff, who graduated, came to Del Mar, and then taught here for more than 20 years in our English department. Now we will have, in perpetuity, students being touched by this family who's dedicated to education because Dwayne decided to leave the college in his will.
Dwayne grew up in a dirt poor family, and he learned very early in life the value of $1. He was without doubt the most frugal person I have ever known. And he spent his life saving every penny, and so this is every penny that he saved. He loved working at Del Mar. He loved Del Mar College students, and he wanted to leave his money to something that he thought would benefit all students and not just a few students. So on behalf of our family, I thank you for honoring him today.
You can watch the entire Del Mar College Board of Regents meeting on digital cable channel 19 in Corpus Christi every Friday at 2 p.m. and Saturday at 7 p.m. You can also watch it online at bit.ly/DMC Regents.
At the college's fall convocation, Professor of Kinesiology, Carolyn Mock, was presented the Dr. Eileen Creighton Award for Teaching Excellence. This is the highest honor that the college gives its faculty.
Del Mar College faculty gathered in the Richardson Auditorium on Monday, August 18th for the school's convocation, where they were introduced to this year's recipient of the Dr. Eileen Creighton Award for Teaching Excellence, an award annually given to the college's top instructors as determined by their peers.
This award, as I said last year, represents the best of us. It represents what we value in teaching and learning. It represents the heart and connection to our students and their needs. It represents the challenge that we give to our students. It represents the way that we think about how our students experience learning and how we adapt to those things, and about innovation and creativity, as well as maintaining strong standards.
This year's award winner was Carolyn Mock, a professor of kinesiology who makes impacting our students' lives a top priority.
As a kinesiology faculty member, I feel this is one of the last opportunities I have to affect change in this individual's life. That could mean a healthy lifestyle or one riddled with disease. So I hope that they have learned to take care of themselves, whether it's through social dance, whether it's through yoga, whether it's through weight training.
That concludes this edition of the DMC Upside.
The DMC Upside is on digital cable channel 19 in Corpus Christi every Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday at 7 p.m. You can also find us online at youtube.com/Del Mar College.
The DMC Upside will be back in October with an all-new show. We hope you'll be watching. Until then, I'm Carlos Garanzuay.
And I'm Kira Hayes. Thanks for watching.